Last Stand, and we have all these snow maps. It's like, oh my god, they're so going for the whole Hoth thing here. You know, it's just fucking. A lot of people say, oh yeah, it's better. It's the new 2142 or 2241. I can't remember. They're doing that. That's why the DLCs it is. Me as a Star Wars, so I'm like, no, my headcanon won't let me believe that. No, this is Hoth. This is the Battle of Hoth. They want to get Hoth right. This is them showing you that they can do it, and it's gonna look great. It works in this game anyway. It works in Battlefield 4 brilliantly well. Last Stand is a terrific piece of downloadable content, and everyone needs it. Everyone needs it. Everyone needs to play it. People who are on Battlefield Hardline right now need to come off that fucking game. Need to come off that game and get back to Battlefield. Get back to DICE's Battlefield in preparation for what will be the best multiplayer shooter of the year. It's guaranteed. As long as they don't fuck up the launch, it is guaranteed to be the best multiplayer shooter of the year, because DICE are doing it. They've learnt from the mistakes of Battlefield 4, and they've been working on it for a fucking long time. They've been working for a hell of a long time, and it's Star Wars. You can't beat it. It cannot be beaten. Cannot. It will not. It's too big. It's too big. And that's another thing as well. That's something that really got me, was the scale and scope of the project. When you think about it, they're not just including all the battles that you all know and love, but they're also including battles from Star Wars Episode 7 and battles that predate that film as well. They're going so far into this, they're going pretty far into, and I don't know whether to call it the universe's canon or their universe's canon. The Battle of Jakku, I don't know if Jakku's ever been a planet that's been explored in the historical canon of Star Wars, or if this is just a new planet that they've just made up now just for the film, and you get to actually be a part of the canon, which I think is a really cool thing, that now everyone who plays this game, because the legacy of Star Wars for years, really, we all know it, lived on in the games. Without the games, there'd just be a shitload of books that only hardcore fans, like blood from a stone hardcore fans would know about. The games carried Star Wars on. The games carried the idea that Star Wars could still appeal to other audiences. It carried that ideal on, which is why we have Battlefront today in the hands of DICE, and it couldn't be a better marriage of not only just a license, not only just something that everyone's familiar with, the whole point capture and the epic battles on a grand scale sort of thing, but that mirrored with DICE's just commitment to quality and to precision and to just fidelity, just on a whole, it works. It's just fucking good. It's just good. No matter which way you slice it, everyone looking at this game they immediately know where DICE is coming from with the pedigree in Battlefield 3 and 4. They know where they're coming from. Yeah, this is gonna work. This can't fail. Because it can't. Just can't. And that's why I'm so excited for it. I haven't been excited for Star Wars in a long time. Anyone who watched the prequel trilogy has ample reason to not be, or to have for the longest time no sympathy for Star Wars as a brand. Didn't pay off. The prequel trilogy didn't pay off. Yes, there are the epic lightsaber duels in the end of the film, Revenge of the Sith, but it didn't pay off. It wasn't as good as the original trilogy, and we've had to bear the weight of that, despite all of the all of the cool games that we've had. We still have to bear the weight of it. We still have to bear the weight of that. But now that weight is lifting. Force Awakens looks terrific. I'm not gonna lie, the new trailer looks brilliant. And Battlefront, the new game, easily looks like the best looking game of this year. The only other game I can think of that looks better than it is Metal Gear Solid 5 at the moment. I've seen Witcher 3, and I don't think it looks better than it. And we're not talking better as in quality of the game and its build overall. That's impossible to know right now. Gameplay is released for The Witcher 3. Obviously, so you can just go and look at that on YouTube if you want. I know I will. But it just, I mean, when I say looks better, I mean like actually looking at it, like visually. Early signs were promising from the off for Battlefront. But just and it's often now these days that you get these really high glossy, high res you know, trailers and promotional material for games. Like one of the recently announced, you know, Square Enix title, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Again, big fan of Deus Ex. Well, not any of the kind of, you know, not the old ones. I played Human Revolution and fucking loved that game. Human Revolution was a triumph in storytelling, art, art design, and graphics and gameplay. Spawn. Hit every single nail on every single head with every single available hammer in every single hand. They couldn't have done a more complete job. It couldn't have been a more complete package. But like I said, the new upcoming Deus Ex game has really overly glossy visuals and stuff in the trailer. But not Battlefront. Oh shit, no, not Battlefront. Battlefront looks absolutely amazing, and that's all in game. Mind blown. Holy shit. And that looks every bit as good as it was teased way back at E3, what was it, like 2014 or something? I don't even know. I can't even remember anymore. My mind, even now, in the reaction phase, is slowly turning to mush. I can't be any... Oh, what the hell did you think you should do? That was not friendly. Oh shit. Do you mind, guys? Talking about Battlefront here. I go to lunch. I need medic. But no, oh man, it just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. It's just one of those perfect marriages between DICE, man. These are the guys who own that whole conquest sort of capture control thing. And oh yeah, cheers, Mad Jock. Yes, Scottish piece of shit, you. What you doing, lad? No, seriously, they own that arena. They own it. It just felt natural coming onto Battlefield. If anyone played Battlefront, it felt natural when you picked up that copy of Battlefield and you started playing Battlefield. I know for me it was Battlefield 3, and I'm playing Battlefield 3 and I'm like, I've played this before. I've played the, you know, capturing different points. I've played it before, right? Yeah, of course I have. It just felt so goddamn good. So goddamn good. And that's why, you know, for me, it's such an exciting prospect. Such an exciting prospect. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to experience it, you know what? And you think of things in like even Battlefield 4, like we're experiencing right now, actually. And the Levolution elements of it, and how that's going to come into play on the Frostbite engine. When we're not using the new engine, it certainly looks so. I mean, that the graphical powerhouse that it is, it better be. But you know, they you know, they put a lot of time and effort into the engine, and you think, oh shit, we're gonna get you know, destructible environments. What are they gonna be like? What is the Levolution gonna be like? What are we gonna see in that? Because you know it's gonna be infinitely better when it's got a Star Wars skin in it, right? You get that. You get how that works. You can see it, right? I can't be the only one. And thank God I hope I'm not the only one. This is a discussion that needs to be had, and it needs to be had several times over. This, we've got to be talking about this. The world has to be talking about this. Because it is worth talking about. This thing is going to break, I hope it's going to break so many records. I hope this game is, you know, just the reason why. Oh, because it was a tank. I did not see that. So it's like I'm talking, my words are literally blocking my view, like becoming physical things. I just can't see 2 seconds in front of me. Which is fair enough. Reactionary phase, people. Reactionary phase. But you know, I'm just so. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited for it, you know. So excited for it. Because 2015 is looking to be, you know, the past 3 years. It's going to be 3 years. Consoles have been out. 2015 is definitely looking like the strongest year. I mean, no matter how many, you know, no matter what you're measuring it by, no matter what stick you're using, what unit of measurement you're using, no matter how many piles of rotting game corpses are thrown or dragged out from the previous 2 years, you're not going to get anything near as good quality of content that we're getting this year for these systems. These systems, of course, being PlayStation 4 and Xbox One collectively. You're not going to get anything near as good as the outputs what we're getting this year. And Battlefront is another one of those games. It's one of these games that, you know, did you buy an Xbox One? Did you buy a PlayStation 4? Yeah, why? Well, here's one reason. Oh, not that reason. That's not a reason. Bullets to the face by an engineer is not by what looks to be a nail gun is not a reason. No, Battlefront is one of those reasons. Even if you just forgot because you're stupid, but it's still a reason nonetheless. There's a reason why you bought it. It better had be, damn it, it better had be, because it's just so good. Oh, because look. Holy shit. I need a medic. I mean, just while I'm calming down, trying to pull the brakes on the hype train. I'm trying hard. The way the game, I'm sorry, just went in there. It's kind of like eyes on the ball. I saw him as well. They're not such a Morris. Nice name. Oh, saved by the headshot, man. Yeah, while I'm pulling the brakes on the hype train a little bit, I don't want to exhaust and belabor the reveal, the point, and the reveal of the new Star Wars Battlefront game. But it's just. It's one of those, it's one of those games, one of those big hype, buzz-generating games, like like Batman Arkham Knight, like Metal Gear Solid 5, like The Witcher 3, well, for me anyway, like Deus Ex. It's one of those big budget titles, one of those big games, like Rise of the Tomb Raider. I feel should get a mention. It's one of those games. It's one of those big games. It's like this is gonna shake the foundations, just to put it mildly. This is going to shake the foundations. This is going to be one of those games that really tests this generation, and if it stands up, it does well, it isn't bugging, glitchy to fuck like Battlefield 4 was at launch. This could be a real contender for Game of the Year, and like that matters. It's going to fucking rock it. It's going to do incredibly well.